Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, even though it's 12:30 at night, I am starting a new vlog, which is my Loveless by Alice Oseman reading vlog. So, this book has been out since 2020, and I've been procrastinating on reading it because I just haven't ordered it online and I waited for it to come out in America, which it did come out, and the hold from the library just arrived. And I'm reading it on my phone, and I started it. And it's already making me feel so bad about my first year experience in university because we had everything online. And that did not go well. That did not go well at all. I made 0 friends in my first year, and all the people I knew were from Zoom, and it sucked. And it feels so bad that we got the short end of the stick because everybody else got a regular college experience in their first year except for us, class of 2020. Sucks to be us, but yeah, those are my thoughts so far. Welcome to a crash course in organic chemistry, motherfuckers. We start here with alkenes, and then we continue on with reduction reactions, and then we continue with synthesis of ethers, and then we learn about oxidation and ozone. We never forget about ozone. Once you learn about ozone, you never forget about ozone. And then we have a lot of nitrogen action, nitrogen-related reactions, fun, oxidation, more reactions that you sometimes need, sometimes don't need, but you still have to know because you never know what's going to happen, you know? And then we have acid-chloride reactions. We have to know these by heart. We have to know the mechanisms, but I already know they're all in here. Chloride gets kicked off first. I know that. And then we have acid anhydrides, we have Aunt Esther, we have amides. I don't even know how to call these anymore. Like, pronunciation, who is she? And then we end with nitriles. And also we have naming. I don't know what to do with naming. I'm just gonna do my best.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares. Sing it more than you can. Make my wish come true.
Hello everyone, I am back with an update. So I'm 22% in, and I'm disappointed a little bit by this book. It is kind of boring. It's not like Alice Oseman's other books. Like, when I think of Heartstopper, I think of very distinct characters. When I think of Radio Silence, I also think of very distinct, relatable, but still distinct characters that have cool personalities that I can distinguish from one another. In Loveless, everyone's the same. And, like, who's Jason? I know nothing about Jason. Why is Jason one of the main people in the friend group? Like, we know nothing about him. Who's Jason? I don't know. The main character is kind of bland. I think Pip is the most interesting one. I mean, obviously, because she's a lesbian. But, like, she's the one with most personality. And Rooney is just a stereotypical, like, cool girl. And overall, I do not like the way the novel is being written. It's very boring. Like, I'm 22% in and they're still at Freshers Week, which is the first week of school. Like, I thought we were, like, past that. But no, it got mentioned again. It's still Freshers Week. I'm like, how is it still Freshers Week? Excuse me. If you don't know what Freshers Week is the first week of classes in UK universities where they drink a lot and party a lot because they're in the UK and they can drink, you know? Not like here in the United States where you have to be 21. But anyways, I'm not liking it, which is kind of a shocker. I thought I would love it, but I don't. It's kind of depressing. There were some parts about Georgia and how she has never had like any experiences yet. Like she's never kissed anyone, she's never been in a relationship with anyone. And obviously I related to that 100%, and it made me feel very bad about myself. And I was like, I don't want to read this to make me depressed because I've never had those experiences either. And I'm like, should I feel bad about myself too? I didn't feel bad 5 seconds ago, but now this book is telling me to feel bad, so I'm like, maybe I should. It's such a uneventful book. Like when you think of radio silence, so much happens in radio silence. When you think of Heartstopper, even though it's a graphic novel, so much happens in Heartstopper. But in this book, like literally nothing has happened. They've just been going to parties. That's it. It's boring. And I'm sad. So see you guys later. Bye for now.
Just wanna make you feel, big bucks like $1,000 bill. Keep it real. I just wanna make you feel, make you feel.
I'm going to try to film this clip again because on the first clip I was very rude to the book and I don't want to do that this time. So this is an update about Loveless. I'm almost halfway through and I'm not liking it. And it's very unbelievable because this was one of my 5-star predictions. I expected it to be on like top 3 or top 2 of the year. It's definitely not gonna be a top 3 or not even top 10. It's not gonna be in my favorites because it's not good. This book is the worst Alice Oseman book I've read so far. I said I was not gonna be rude. But I also cannot hide the truth that I'm not liking this book. I'm not enjoying it. It's boring. Nothing is happening. These kids are in university and nothing in their life is interesting. And they are not interesting either. I'm being rude again. But it's the truth though. I'm in university right now. I'm in my 2nd year. My first year was during COVID, so that does not really count. So this is my first year, basically. My life is so much more interesting and chaotic, and so much more happens in my life than in that book. I don't know if that's how people in the UK experience university, where they don't really get involved with things, like they're part of only like one society or one club or organization, and they don't talk about school that much. But here, there's so much just about school and just about clubs and just about organizations. Like I can't even list the amount of organizations I'm part of, not to brag, but it's just part of being a student. You get involved with things, you fill your resume, they're fun too. So I don't understand why people in Loveless waste their time reading fan fiction where they could live their college experience and they're not. And also, I don't like the character work in this book. Like, Alice Oseman can do so much better than this. I know she can. In Radio Silence, amazing, fantastic characters. Frances is one of the people I relate to the most. Like, as I said, she's my literary doppelganger. And Alid is also fantastic. In this book, the characters are literally some of the worst and most boring characters I've ever read about. There's something off. Like, even with Rooney, yes, she's kind of interesting, I guess, but still, like, there's no essence. And then the main character, she's supposed to be the person I'm supposed to relate to, because she's aroace and I'm on both spectrums, but I don't. Unfortunately, I do not relate to her aroace experience, because my aroace experience was so much different than hers, which is totally fine. Everybody's aroace experience is different. My experience was, I did not care about dating and relationships, and I knew that, and I knew I wasn't attracted to anyone, so I just didn't pursue that part. And then later on, and by later on I mean last fall, I realized that I was not aro, or not completely aro, and I was pan-romantic, so I changed my identity to pan-romantic ace, and I still identify as that right now. Am I pursuing a relationship right now? No. I might do it in the future. Right now it's not the right time. But the main character here, she wants to pursue it, despite the fact that she doesn't like anyone, which is kind of paradoxical, kind of an oxymoron, kind of contradictory. Why? I don't understand. If you do not like anyone that way, why do you want to pursue a relationship? I don't know. It's been disappointing. I don't really want to pick it up. Like, I'm preparing to sleep, and I'm like, maybe I should like read a chapter, and I read a chapter, just one chapter, and then I'm like, I'm bored. Let's do something else. Because nothing is happening in this book. I think that's also a fault. In Heartstopper, there's something to look forward to, which is Nick and Charlie's relationship. In Radio Silence, there's this progression with the podcast and with Alid and Francis' friendship, and also with Francis' situation with the university. Will she get in or not? Here, I feel like there's nothing to look forward to. There's no plot. You're just following a bunch of boring characters with their boring university lives. And I'm like, I would rather live my own life rather than read about these kids' boring university experiences. And I guess the thing that we're supposed to look forward to is Georgia, the main character, discovering her identity. But because I'm not relating, I'm not finding it as interesting. And I guess it could be interesting for somebody who is completely allo, trying to understand what it's like to be aroace could be interesting. But for me, as somebody who has experienced it before, I don't identify that way anymore, but I did in the past. I don't find it as interesting. Not giving. Didn't give what needed to be gave. I'm glad I didn't buy it though. It would have been kind of a waste of money. I feel so bad. I was supposed to feel very strongly about this book, because it was supposed to be about my sexuality, and nobody writes about being aroace, and I'm bored. I'm so bored. And I'll see you guys in the next clip.
It's quite expensive. This is hematite. This is UD light. There's different disciples, biblically speaking, you know. Crocoite.
Oh, look at this.
That's
at this.
really pretty.
Isabel, look at the chemical formula of this one.
That's both.
Ladies and gentlemen, Owen on bass. Reagan on guitar. Saxon on drums. I'm Angie.
So I know I've been very harsh to Loveless so far, but actually, there are some good lines here. And I really like the representation of good friendships in college. So Georgia says to Rooney, I just care about you so much. But I've always got this fear that one day you'll leave, or Pip and Jason will leave, or I don't know. I'm never going to fall in love, so my friendships are all I have. So I just can't bear the idea of losing any of my friends, because I'm never going to have that one special person. Amazing.
And bettering the residential experience and creating fun, engaging campus events for anyone to enjoy. I'm so honored to announce the Outstanding Student Organization of the Year Award to Residence Hall Association.
Come on.
So, this is the last clip of our Loveless vlog. I finished Loveless, I think a week ago actually, and I also finished school, and I got my grades back, and I got straight A's, which I'm very, very, very happy about, because this was a hard semester for a number of different reasons, especially because of OChem, but I got an A in OChem, which I'm very happy about. But yeah, the reason why I hadn't filmed the last clip yet was because I finished school, finished finals, and I also moved out. So it's been a couple of very tiring and stressful days. But now that everything is done, I could just like sit down and chat about Loveless, which I did finish. And unfortunately, as you may or may not have understood from the previous clips, I did not like this book as much as Alice Oseman's other work. And I just overall did not really enjoy the experience of reading it. Like, I was clearly like pushing myself through the book. By the end, I was reading the book with music because I didn't want to get bored out of my mind. But there were definitely some parts that did strike me as interesting. There were definitely some lines that I resonated with as somebody who's on the ace and aro spectrum, and I understand this is a very important book for people who are completely aroace or partially aroace like me. But I also feel like there could be a better novel talking about these issues, going into it more in depth, because I feel like this book went a little bit surface level, and there could be something better about the community. And also my other complaint was that it was kind of unrealistic regarding the college experience, because I feel like the characters did not immerse themselves as much as they could have. Or maybe that's just the difference between college in the US and college in the UK, which I haven't been in the UK, so I have no idea what it's like. But I have watched a lot of Jack Edwards videos, and he was very involved with things, so I think there are opportunities. You just have to put yourself out there and get involved. But yeah, overall, it's a good book. I think for the target audience, which is young adults, it's great. It could be better, but it is pretty good. I am a little bit older. However, the characters are in university, so I feel like I kind of am the target audience a little bit. It is YA, but a little bit older than YA. So overall, and it's so hard. Like, I don't give star ratings, but I feel like I would have to give like a very low 3-star, or maybe like a 2.5, but I don't give star ratings, so I don't like thinking about them that often. And I will continue reading more by Alice Oseman. Like, I will obviously read Heartstopper Volume 5. I will obviously read I Was Born for This. And I will obviously read everything else that she ever writes, because she has written some of my all-time favorite books. And also this kind of bummer, which I had high expectations for, and I was a little disappointed. Also, the audiobook for Loveless is not good. The audiobook for Radio Silence is so good. The narrator, she has such a nice British accent. She's so nice to listen to. The audiobook for Loveless is bad. Just don't even go listen. Just read it with your eyeballs, please. And yeah, that is it for Loveless. That is it for my school year. I'm so happy I'm done, and I get to relax in May, because in June I have to start an internship at a research lab program thing, and I'm very excited about that. I'm gonna go back on campus and meet my friends, because some of them are also gonna stay there, and I'm overall feeling quite good and quite happy with life. I feel like in some of the previous clips, you saw me at very like bad places mentally because of school and life. But now I feel so much better, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time with maybe another vlog or another video. Oh, there's another video I have to film, which is the 5-star prediction 1 year later conclusion. Did I read the books or not? That is coming. So, bye.